Welcome back, mathematicians. In this video we are going to do more examples of the parabola conic section with the vertex at the origin 0, 0. In these two problems, instead of being given the equation of the parabola and being asked to graph the parabola, instead we are going to be given information or attributes of the parabola and being asked to find the equation that represents that parabola. In the first problem, we are told to find the equation of the parabola with a focus at 0, -3 and the directrix, the line, y equals +3. While we are not being asked to graph the equation, I do have a coordinate plane that will allow us to put this information on the coordinate plane and give us a visual representation of what we are given. So we're going to start with the fact that the focus is at 0, -3, which means it's on the negative y-axis, so I'll put it right about here and call it capital F. We are also given the directrix, which is a horizontal line at y equals +3. So I'll place it right about here and I'll call it capital D. What we know is that the vertex should be the midpoint of the line segment joining the focus and the point that's on the directrix directly above the focus. So the midpoint of that line segment is the origin 0, 0. We're told that the vertex is at 0, 0, but that validates what we are being told in the directions. So our goal here is to find two things, or determine two things. First, what direction does the parabola open? What we can see based on the fact that the focus is below the vertex is that the parabola will open down. This is important because it gives us a framework for the equation. What we know then, because the parabola is opening down, is that the x variable will be the squared term, and it's equal to -4 times a times y. The reason why it's a -4 is because it's opening down rather than opening up. And a parabola that's opening down or to the left has a -4 as the coefficient of a. Our next goal is to find the value of a, and a is going to be the distance from the vertex to the directrix, which is a value of 3 units, or the distance from the vertex to the focus, which is also a value of 3 units. These values should be the same, and so we know that a is equal to 3 units. We will then replace a in the equation with the value of 3, so we have x squared is equal to -4 times 3 times y. Finding the product, we know that x squared is equal to -12 times y. And so this is the equation that represents the parabola with the focus of 0, -3 and the directrix with the line of y equals 3. Our second problem is asking us to find the equation of the parabola with the vertex at 0, 0 if the axis of symmetry is the x-axis. So I'm going to go ahead and start right there and place the axis of symmetry on the x-axis. We know that the vertex again is the origin 0, 0, but now what we know, or what we're given, is the fact that there's a point on the parabola that is -2, 4. So that would be to the left 2 and up 4 units. So this point is on the parabola. What this tells us is that we know the parabola will open to the left. And so again, we really want to know two things. What direction does the parabola open? So now we know it opens to the left. And also, what is the value of a? Because the parabola is opening to the left, we know that the y variable is the squared term. And again, because it's opening left rather than to the right, we know that the 4 as the coefficient of a is going to be negative. If it were opening to the right, or if it were opening up, that value of 4, or that coefficient of 4, would be positive. Next, we need to find the value of a. Unlike the previous problem where we were given the focus and or the directrix and then could find the distance from the vertex to either of those two items, instead, we are given the additional point of -2, 4, which really means we are given an x-coordinate and a y-coordinate on the parabola. So we will replace the x and y variable in the equation that I have here with the values of -2 and +4. This gives us 4 squared is equal to -4 times a times -2. Our goal now is to solve for a, so we have 16 on the left is equal to +8a on the right. We divide both sides by 8, and so we have a is equal to a value of 2. Finally, what we want to do is replace in the original equation the variable a with the value of 2. So we'll have y squared is equal to -4 times 2 times x. Finding the product, we see that it's going to be y squared is equal to -8 times x. And so that is the equation with the vertex on the origin Axis of symmetry is the x-axis, and it is opening to the left with a point of -2, 4. Alright guys, good luck!